All right, guys, today we're gonna be servicing the drivetrain on this 2021 Rebel. It's a Dodge Ram Rebel, and we're gonna be, like I said, servicing the whole drivetrain, front diff, rear diff, transmission, and transfer case. You wanna do this at least every 60,000 miles, and the diff and the other stuff, if you tow, I would recommend it to do it every 30 to 40,000 miles. So with that being said, let's get on with the video. All right, first we're gonna be removing the shield here and this shield here so that we can get access to the plugs and that we don't make a mess and we have to clean this up later. We're gonna clean it up regardless, but we're going to not make a mess and get it all oily. So we're gonna do that first and then we're gonna continue. So let's get it.
Oh my gosh, bro.
There you go, guys. Shields are removed. There's 4 bolts on each one. On this one, it's on the side here. And then on this one there. And up here. And those are the shields. They're a little dusty, but we're gonna get them right. So now we can access the drain bolt over here. The drain bolt right here. And the drain bolt back here where there's no shield down here. But we're gonna drain all these fluids and then we're gonna do the transmission because that one's the little harder one. So for now, let's drain these and let's get started. All right, so here's the front diff getting drained. I'm doing one at a time. The fluid came out pretty decent. But like I said, you want to just keep these fluids on point because the viscosity and everything, wears down. Nothing lasts forever. So let's get it. Let's continue with the transfer case. All right, now with the transfer case, it's almost done draining. This thing comes out pretty fast. Make sure you look a little dirtier. And make sure you take that filler plug out before you take the drain bolt out so it can drain out quicker and get everything out on time. And these come with like a gasket maker on there, so we're gonna put Teflon on them when we put them back on. So let's keep going, guys. All right, guys, so I put some Teflon around this and it looks like this. This is Teflon tape right here. And now this is done draining, so now we can put that back on and tying it down. And then we're gonna be draining this side. And then we're gonna be filling them up. So let's get it. All right, this one's a little bit more dirtier, but not too bad. So remove that filler plug and then the drain bolt. And then we get the old fluid back out. It looks perky. But like I said, not too bad. We're gonna keep going though. Filling everything back up now. So we're gonna add some Teflon on this as well. And on the filler plug. And the filler plug on this. On the transfer case. And then the filler plug on the front diff. Has like a special like little indent there, so it doesn't need any of that stuff, and it goes right in there. So let's get it. Let's keep going. All right, guys, so you guys can see, put the plug back in. You see the Teflon on there, and now we're gonna be filling it up. And the back takes 75 W140, and it takes about three of these quarts. So I love these Valvoline containers. The bags is like little bags, but they're very nifty because you can squeeze everything in there and not have something like this where you have to pump it out or squeeze it out too. But this is just more convenient for me. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fill up through that hole, the filler hole, and we're gonna let it until it starts dripping. So let's get it. All right, and that's how you want it to start dripping. And once it starts dripping, you put in the new, or not new, but you put in the Teflon on there, and then tighten it down. So that's how you fill it back up. Let's get it. All right, so that plugs back in with some Teflon. Don't forget the Teflon. And now we're gonna move on to the transfer case, and we're gonna be filling it up with some transfer case lubricant straight from Mopar. And this takes two quarts. And same thing, we're gonna fill it up and let it drain. So let's get it. There you go, guys. So you guys can see the fluid draining down, and you can see the difference on the color. Same thing with the rear diff. The color was way clearer than it came out, and that's how it should be when you put new fluids in. So let's get it. All right, guys, so we put the plug back in, cleaned up everything real nice, and now we're moving on to the first but last. This is the first one we drained, but the last one we're filling out because we worked our weight that way and then this way, so we don't, you know, lose time or anything. So now we're gonna be filling up this with some 75W90, and we're gonna see how it comes out clean. Let's get it. There you go, guys. So you guys can see the fluid is really clear and nice. And now we're gonna put the filler plug back on and get this job over with. Let's get it. All right, in order to do the trans, we're gonna have to remove 1, 2, 3 nuts from there. Put a jacking point here, jack this up in order for us to get to that drain bolt there, so that we can remove that and drain it. So let's get it. Let's start doing this real quick. Ready? All right, so we lifted this up, you can see, and we're draining the transmission now. The way I did it, I used one of these and some pliers, and nothing else fits in there. And I didn't want to take the exhaust off because I usually want to replace the gaskets and all that, because it's a pain in the butt and sometimes those bolts break. So we just decided to go this route, and it's working. So let's keep going, guys. Let's get it. All right, once we remove the pan, everything looks good. The pan's right there, and just let it drip for a few more minutes until all the old stuff comes out. And then we're going to be putting on the new pan, which is right here. This part number 6822-5344-AA-0001. And this pan comes with the filter in there. You can see the filter, it's right in there. So you have to buy the whole pan to replace this. So let's put it on. There you go, guys. So all the bolts are in, and they're torqued down to 10 newton-meters crisscross. And this should be torqued down before you put it in to 8 newton-meters. Actually, it says 8 on there, but it says 9 on the manual, so I would do 9. And now we found the filler plug, which is right here. Take that one out, and let's fill her up. Let's get it. All right, guys, so we're gonna need 5 quarts of these. 5 quarts, and that's what came out the trans, and that's what we're putting back in there, because I know this hasn't been serviced before, and I know the full capacity, I think it's 11 quarts or 9, 10 quarts around there. But we're gonna fill her up and get her going. So, and it takes these 8 and 9 speed ATF. So let's get it. All right, so we're using one of these pumps, and we're pumping the fluid in there. All right, guys, so we filled it up. We topped it off. And the way you fill it up, you have to turn the truck on after, like, I think 3 quarts. Then you turn the truck on. Then you keep pouring in there until you put the whole 5 in there. I actually put 5.5 because I had an extra quart. And then you're gonna put it, you know, once it hits from 80 degrees to 120 degrees, you're going to put it in reverse, hold it for 5 seconds, put it in drive, hold it for 5 seconds with the brake applied. And then you're gonna put it in, once it's in drive, after the 5 seconds, you're gonna let it drive up above the ground with the brake off and the traction control off. Let the car run for about 5 seconds in first and second gear. And then after that, you hit the brakes, put it in park, and then you come and take this thing out again, and then you're gonna see the fluid dripping down. And then once it starts dripping down, then you put the plug back in, you know, torque it down to I think it's 30 newton-meters, and then you know, you shut the truck off, and then you're done. So that's the procedure. Now we're cleaning up the whole shields over here, and we're gonna put them on, and let's get that done. There you go, guys. The shields are back on. They're clean, nice and clean, top and bottom, nice and shiny. That's how you want to bring back a car to a customer, all cleaned up. Let's get it. That's how you do a drivetrain service on a TRX or any type of Ram 1500. The procedure to check the transmission fluid level, it's all the same. So hopefully this video helps you. You farted?
Yeah.
That's nasty. Hopefully this video helps you out and you can get this done by yourself. DIY, baby. Let's get it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and while we're on the cars for more videos. Let's get it.